Hello me ducks, it's Simon here again, second video of the day. So this one is long overdue. So beginning of last week, you may have seen I did an unboxing on one of the Quarren streams, I think it was Mondays, where I received a package from a friend in Texas called Anton, and within that box he had gifted me the Twisted Tales Tarot, or Twisted Tarot Tales I should say, along with an expansion pack. And I hadn't seen this deck before. I am familiar with tarot collectibles. Christine and James are amazing people, lovely people who I've had the pleasure of having correspondence with for a couple of years now. And most of their more modern decks after this one I have, like Groovy Weight, Tripping Weight, Dead Weight, Winter Weight, etc. And I just adore them, and the quality of their products are phenomenal. So I was really chuffed to receive this deck. Spoiler, it is out of print. I don't know if it's going to be coming back. It's been out for a few years. I think it was 2016 it was released. And yeah, I mean, these are unopened, never been opened. So, and the book was still in its box as well. Now, the Twisted Tarot Tales is using comic book kind of illustrations, and I love that the guidebook is done in kind of a comic book style. I mean, it's a large guidebook. It's how many pages? I'm not sure if they're even numbered actually. No, they're not numbered. But let's have a look. So yeah, 2016, the first printing, and it says here, the Twisted Tarot Tales deck isn't for people who like their tarot dry, esoteric or inaccessible, nor is it for those who feel tarot must be sweet, safe or uplifting in order to be spiritual. Tarot traditionalists will turn their noses up and away from this deck, as will pearl clutching elitists who think literary decks must be confined to the likes of Austen Blake, Brothers Grimm, or that are art decks should be the masters like Dali, Muha, Bosch or Klimt. And if you're reading this, you know that's utter bullshit. So he then goes on, the purpose of art, as I say in here, I'm not sure, I think this is James. Oh no, this is by Janet Boyer. So this is somebody writing about James and Christine. Yeah, so gives you a nice introduction there. There is the foreword, and then the introduction. Oh, coming soon, Fancy Felines, Lenormand. So it's got lots about them, and it goes into the cards. The Fool. So does it give you what the, let me just move this a second. I want to see if it gives you kind of like, explains the scene. Welcome to our Twisted Tarot Tales. The reader's about to begin a journey full of twists, turns, and hopefully a few scares. Our journey begins with the master of ceremonies, the evil clown. Yeah, so it will describe the scenes as well. So it goes through each of the cards. Oh, there's Elvira, our mistress of the dark. It looks like Elvira is going to be our high priestess. So I'm loving this book. I think this is great. Then it goes through the minors. Wow. This is going to be right up my street. And then keywords and phrases at a glance. So this is quite interesting. We've got all of the cards listed here. So if you don't want to read all that and you just want some keywords, hangman, for example, suspension, restricted, movement, pausing to reflect, sacrifice. That was our card for the week this week after a couple of catch-up cards yesterday. Same for the wands and the other minors. And then we get the tale behind the tarot. Oh, that's cool. So some history behind the deck. And then Granny G Needs You. Oh, right, okay. So there's some little activities you can do here. So like question 5, which card would you find the word letters? Question 6, what card would you find a My Little Pony t-shirt? Or My Little Phony t-shirt. So that's cool. This is really good, look. Crosswords, the devil's in the detail. I used to love these mazes when I was a kid, where you start and finish and you have to find your way through. So it's like a proper comic book, really, like the ones I had when I was a kid. Jigsaw pieces here to put a puzzle together. Some spreads. Totem animals. Bit on controversy. Wow. So this is really cool. Really cool. So I'm thrilled to have that. So let's have a look at the deck. I suppose we'll have a look at the, and I've been itching for my arm to come because I've wanted to dive into this deck for days. And as I explained in the last video, my arm that's holding this phone broke, so I've not been able to do the face down videos until the last couple of hours. So it comes in a tuck box. Pop that open. It's a nice tuck box where it folds down, so you can easily, with the thumb cut out as well, take them all out. They feel nice. Waldo. Okay, so that must be an extra card. We've got Waldo here. With his number 8 ball. Waldo as in, where's Waldo? Or is what we call over here, where's Wally? What's it say on the back of the box, actually? Let's have a look at the box. The Twisted Tarot Tales is a horror comic themed tarot deck filled with creepy clowns, mutated monsters, werewolves, crazy magicians, and a myriad of other ghastly characters. Inspired by Bronze Age comics, every card is drawn and inked by hand through a process similar to that of the artists of the Bronze Age, before colouring the images in bright, vibrant, eye-catching colours. Pushing the boundaries of what tarot art can be, this has been one of our most successful, independent, if not controversial decks to date. Enjoy. And that's by published and brought to you by James Battersby and Christine Aguiar. James and Christine, as I know them as, from tarotcollectibles.com. Do check them out. They are great, and they have some amazing decks. So how best to do this then? Oh, they're all borderless. Lovely cardstock. They do have the Twisted Tarot Tales as the backs, so that's an advertisement card. Really nice thick cards. So they do have these as the back, so they're not reversible, but that's fine for me because I don't read reversals. And yeah, this is an expansion pack edition. So firstly, let's have some music and we'll take a look at the cards. Just want to make sure there's no glare on them, and then I will come back and we'll have a chat. Wow, what an awesome deck. Even though this is based on like comic book style art, there's so much in here as well that reminds me of like my childhood, watching the old RKO B movies. I love that. That reminds me of Big, you know, where you pay and get your fortune told. Crash Test Dummies here. But there's like near the end, there was the kind of Attack of the 50-Foot Woman. It reminded me of like here, which is an old RKO B movie. There's another one where someone's riding on a giant fly, being attacked by giant ants. I love, look at that. I say I love it. It's very macabre, but it's really cool. You've got this, you know, he's obviously chopped off the arresting officer's lower arm to free himself. And look at the details here. Look at this Ferris wheel, but people being thrown where it's kind of broken away. People being thrown into the air from this Ferris wheel. I used to have dreams about, here we go again, severed limbs and things. This is a cool death card. Love this death card. Yeah, I used to have dreams about watching roller coaster crashes and fairground disasters. Here's a cooling tower. Looks like it's, you know, someone's falling from it and it's being, it's exploding and breaking down. I used to live in the shadow of some cooling towers as I was growing up. Don't quite know why that says Arnold Schwarzenegger here, but it's awesome. It's such a cool, how creepy is that image? That image is just so creepy. But it's great fun, you know. There's the giant ants that they're fighting. Yeah, it's a really fun day. Oh, being crushed by that huge bear under this door. What's worse, being ate by the bear, being crushed by the bear. And we're all riding a giant bee and this huge cat. So it's like, I know, The Borrowers or something, or Honey, I Shrunk the Kids. So I love it. It's cool. I'm intrigued as to what you get in the expansion pack, because in the book it shows you Elvira and she's not in that version. So I'm wondering if the book was released when the expansion pack was produced. I don't know. We will have a look. So this is the expansion pack. So I think you can just do a switcheroo. Cardstock is exactly the same. So we'll put the full deck to one side and let's see what you get here. So you've got an alternative 4 of Wands, which is Bates Motel, and Norman Bates as his mother there. 7 of Pentacles. So there are alternative cards that you can use. 10 of Wands. Wow. About to drive a stake through the heart. Here's Elvira as the High Priestess. Gotta have Elvira in my deck. 10 of Swords. Empress. Queen of Wands. That's Sigourney Weaver, isn't it, from Aliens? With the pods here with the face huggers just coming out. Get away from her, you bitch. Classic line. Pet Sematary. Wow, it's a Stephen King film. Obviously Jaws. Oh, we've got an additional card here called Lost. That's a replacement Hierophant. So we've got Lust here. There's an additional card. Summit Raccoon? Rabid Raccoon. The Psycho Squirrel. So we haven't got a Happy Squirrel. Father Time. Oh, and we have Beetlejuice for the fall. Love that. So does this now start the other decks? So we have Elvira as a magician here as well, as opposed to this magician in the first card, in the first deck, I should say. So we've got a different fool, different magician, different lovers. So it's they are additional cards because we go to, again, Two of Cups. We have Elvira in the Moon card, Tower, Three of Cups. She's quite prominent in this deck. We've got the Munsters, or the Addams family, I should say. Sun. Ghostbusters, not Ghostbusters. Yeah, she's very prominent. Emperor, we have the Gremlins. Oh, and Gizmo in the Chariot. So these are all different versions you can have. Judgment, the Devil here with the Gremlins. Oh, that's where they blended one. Wow. So lots of, you know, even though it's comic books, there's lots of film as well. Harry Potter. Bet. Oh, this is amazing. We have Bet as the Queen of Wands. Wow. So we've got a few Hierophants. There's lots of different alternatives we can put in here. Here's the Wicked Witch from the Wizard of Oz with the flying monkeys. You could basically have an Elvira deck if you wanted. That's a different take on the Six of Cups. I can see why Anton sent me this deck. He loves Elvira and has met her many times. Yeah, you could basically make an Elvira deck if you wanted to. Oh, Hellraiser. Wow, there's Pinhead, the Devil. I am going to have to go through and create my ultimate deck, aren't I? Freddy. Scream. Oh, I'm loving this. Let's put some of these down. Wow. This is so cool. Really cool. Lots of people who don't like clowns. Ouch. Okay, we've got some cards here just in the middle about how to use the cards. James has written a bit here, so I'll have a read of them afterwards. Strange they just appear in the middle. Oh, here we have Angelica Houston in The Witches. Wow. What a cool deck. There's that card again, but in a different position. The Devil with Santa. There's the High Priestess. That was what was in the book. She's reading from the RWS. Oh, wow. That's cleverly done, isn't it? how it focuses on the scalpel. I love that these are the RWS cards being used here. That is awesome. There are so many alternatives. I thought this would be a deck with an expanded, I thought it'd be the same deck again with a few cards that you could switcheroo, but you could take this deck and add in your favorites from these expanded expansion deck as well. So really fun deck. I'm so pleased to have it. As I said, I love tarot collectibles, so this is a great one to have in my collection. Thank you, Anton, for sending the decks and this brilliant book. Yeah, I'm thrilled. So thank you for watching, everybody, and until next time, go in peace, namaste, and blessed be.